If you could live to 150 years or more, would you want to? When I was young, I definitely wanted to live forever. Growing up in a Chinese household, Journey to the West, 西游记 was a big part of my life. And if you know it, you'll know how iconic it is. But for those who have experienced it, a good comparison in terms of themes would be The Lord of the Rings. So, I remember watching those mythical creatures from the film endlessly chasing immortality. And that made me wonder, what if I could live forever too? How much more could I see, feel, or even do? Since then, that dream has captivated me for years, until a small, unexpected experience changed everything. It all started with the pet rabbit I got for my birthday a few years ago. I remember spending so much time with it, playing in the garden, watching it hop around, just enjoying its tiny presence. But then, one day, it was gone. The weather had been too harsh and it didn't survive. I have never consciously thought about the idea of death before, so that loss hit me in a way I have never even expected. That experience changed the way I view life. Over time, I realized that everything we love, appreciate, and cherish has its own slated time. Hi everyone, my name is Zhang Hui An, Anny, and by the end of this talk, you will learn that longevity isn't the armor that will protect us, but rather it's our choices that will. For centuries, people have been focusing on extending life, obsessed with finding ways to prevent death and live forever. From ancient times, such as the first Chinese emperor Qin Shi Huang, thought he found the magical medicines of life and consumed mercury pills. Like, yay, after eating this, I am going to live forever, hoping that it would grant him immortality. But, ironically, that likely contributed to his death. This shows that we are obsessed with the idea of living forever since who knows how long. And believe it or not, we are still obsessed with it and will likely still be in the future. Because modern scientists are now working on gene editing, anti-aging research, and cryonics. Cryonics is the process of freezing a deceased individual's brain or body in hope that future technology and science can bring them back to life. Today, cryonics organizations are preserving the brains and bodies of deceased individuals at required temperature, hoping that future medical development can bring them back to life. In fact, over 4,000 people worldwide have signed up for cryonics, with 500 already undergoing cryonic observation. The amount of people which sign up for this shows that this obsession will likely continue. At the same time, this obsession is also reflected in our mainstream culture. The media promotes benefits of being young. Obscene amount of money are used on developments and research for anti-aging product. There is a huge market to extend life. But why do we care so much about living longer? And is this pursuit even worth it? Because after all, life is unpredictable. And no matter how long you live, uncertainty is unavoidable. Many accidents happen every day in the most mundane ways. Imagine something as simple as crossing the street. Do you know that over 1.3 million deaths occur every year due to traffic accidents? I mean, isn't that shocking? And what about the natural disasters or other calamities? Earthquakes, tsunamis, flash floods, you name them. They act as a constant reminder of how fragile life really is. And that longevity won't make us unstoppable. It won't stop us from losing our loved ones to nature's force. And let's be honest, even if you manage to live longer, aging doesn't pause for anyone. The world keeps on moving forward faster than we can imagine. Technology develops, societal standards shift, and adapting to these rapid changes can feel very overwhelming. Despite medical advancement, no treatment can truly restore the vitality of youth. Then, the fear of death is pointless, since it is unavoidable. So this begs the question, how do we make the most in the limited time that is allotted to us? Because after all, we want to live longer, simply because we want be with our loved ones, achieve more goals, and build on them. So, isn't immortality the borrowing of time to do things that we think we need to do? These were my exact thoughts the whole week my pet rabbit has passed away. If only I could have spent more quality time. So from there on, I decided to make the most in the limited time that is allotted to me by adding quality to it. It had already been 14 years since my existence back in 2021, and I decided I need to switch gears. I discovered a simple yet transformative action that worked best for me in adding quality to my life. It began with one word, yes. 6 years ago, I joined my school's microfilm festival for the first time. This event celebrates the creativity of young filmmakers. So back then, filmmaking was really a distant dream. I've never thought about it until my friend asked me if I wanted to collaborate on a video. I was really interested, but I hesitated. I mean, what if I messed up? What if I wasn't good enough? But then I thought, come on, why not just take the chance with someone by my side? So I said yes. That one decision changed everything. It didn't just spark my passion for film and acting. It completely reshaped how I approach opportunities. I still remember that moment vividly. I had no experience, absolutely no idea of what I was doing, but I still went along with it. At first, I was just standing there doing anything that my friend and the cameraman wanted me to do. But then gradually, I started picking things up. Soon enough, I tried my hand at editing tools, writing stories for various themes, and even how to set a mood for a specific shot. The more I learned, the more I fell in love with the process. It's not even about making films anymore. It's about creativity and bringing my own unique ideas to life for others to experience. What shocked me was how that small random choice acted as a catalyst in directing other parts of my life too. Literature as a subject in school, for example, became more vivid and interesting. I began to read a little bit more and became picky with what I choose to consume as content. I make developments of my favorite characters, jump into acting roles for school plays, and even more. My confidence grew, my social cycle expanded, and I had evolved. I wasn't just that person who said yes to helping a friend anymore. I was that person people came to ask for ideas, and sometimes even begging for me to take the lead. Do you know how empowering that feels to a high school teenager? But what really made me realize the impact of a word yes is when others come to me about the videos I've made. Some said my work made them cry. Even though I didn't thought it was that great, someone else saw meaning in them. That moment of appreciation, knowing that something you created touched someone else, was really indescribable. It made me realize that the bravery to simply say the word yes isn't about taking risk. It's about putting yourself out there, even when you're unsure of. Look at me. I'm now cruising through my first TED event, all while balancing schoolwork and directing the drama club play with my co-director and so much more. But honestly, who cares about the workload? Sometimes you just have to step up, take the lead, and think, let's do this. Life is too short to step away from anything that could change everything. Think about it. How many times have you hesitated before trying something new? Whether it was joining a club, making a new friend, or speaking up in class. Sometimes, one yes can change everything you never even expected. And trust me, saying yes isn't just my personal trick. It is also backed up by science. Psychologists often talk about the law of attraction, the idea that positive, proactive energy can draw opportunities into your life. So by saying yes to possibilities and opportunities, you are unlocking the key to purpose and satisfaction. So if you want a healthy lifestyle or to receive love and care from others, just say yes to them. By doing so, you are taking care of yourself and allowing yourself to receive it. Quality doesn't just happen. It's a choice. So rather than sitting there waiting for it to come to you, step up. Because that's what truly matters. By choosing to say yes, I fill my life with joy, purpose, and satisfaction. Because, after all, it's not about how many candles there are on a birthday cake. It's about making each one of them shine as brightly as possible. Looking back, my childhood dream of wanting to live forever feels more like a fantasy now. Maybe one day it will become a reality for future generations. But what remains undeniable is that life is precious, fragile, and most importantly, fleeting. As I reflect on all of this, I often think about the different paths people choose when it comes to living. We are often faced with the options. Do we want to live longer or do we want to live better? I know it's not an easy question. We have been conditioned to think that more times equals to more achievements, memories, and opportunities. But in reality, what is the point of endless time if you are not even living it to your fullest? I've made my choice by choosing to say yes more often. And now the real question is, have you made yours? Thank you so much.